Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear students, see you again on the TOEFL preparation test. TOEFL here is the test of English as a foreign language. So now I'm going to a little bit explain and introduce what is TOEFL. So TOEFL is actually a test proficiency that taken by not only students but also all the people that wanted to learn English by taking the test proficiency, which is not related with the studying programs. So this TOEFL actually tries to measure the ability or proficiency of somebody in comprehending English. So therefore, TOEFL here is different with achievement tests, whereby this achievement test is just focused on one particular area of English chapters, but in TOEFL it covers all of the part of the English proficiency, namely listening, for example, writing, reading, and also speaking. And in TOEFL test, you will be given four aspects. The first is about listening comprehensions. The second one is structures and written expressions. And third one, reading comprehensions. And the fourth one is test of written English. So four of these aspects will be part and parcel in the English TOEFL proficiency test. And in terms of the test proficiency of TOEFL, we are introduced three kind of test TOEFL. The first is international TOEFL test. So this international TOEFL test is basically taken for those who are going to pursue the study to the overseas. And in terms of the price, the international TOEFL test is quite expensive. As far as I noticed, the price of international TOEFL test is about 3 million rupiah per test. So it is quite expensive. But this international TOEFL test is the only one that accepted to be part and parcel of the requirements for those who are going to continue the study into master or PhD degree in overseas, particularly to the English-speaking countries. And the second one is institutional TOEFL test, so or ITP. This ITP is usually commonly used for those who are going to continue the study, but in the domestic universities. For example, if you're going to continue your study in some domestic universities in Indonesia, so the university somehow requesting you to attach the institutional TOEFL test. And in terms of the price, it's not quite expensive as the international TOEFL test. It costs around 500,000 rupiah per test. And the third one is TOEFL-like test. So TOEFL-like test here is the most, is the cheapest test TOEFL that we have. It's just to introduce you how the test is taken and to measure to what extent you comprehend English as your second language. And the third one is until now there are three kind of TOEFL that are released by the English testing services, namely paper-based test or PBT TOEFL here. And the second one is computer-based test or CBT. And the third one is internet-based test or IBT. So these three tests of TOEFL are released by the English testing services, and it is also provided somehow in universities that has been collaborated with this English testing services providers. And if you want to know the details of a paper-based test, so actually the PBT is the first kind of test released by the ETC. And in this test, the PBT will use the paper-based. So you will be taken by offline, and then the papers are provided, and you have to provide the pencil of 2B, And the material that going to be tested, such as listening, structures, and reading. And the score ranges from 217 until 677. And the duration of this test is usually taken around 2 until 2.5 hours. And the second one is for computer-based test, or CBT. So the CBT actually is the another kind of test that can be taken by everybody by computerizations. And the CBT not using paper at all, but directly connected with the computer base. And all of the questions are in the software, yeah. And then um, and the material that assessed is covering listening, structures, reading, and writing. So the score here ranges 0 until 300, and the duration of the test is around 2 until 2.5 hours. The third one is internet-based test, or IBT. So IBT here is the another new kind of test that released by the ETC, or English Testing Services. And this internet-based test is also conducted online through computer basis. And the material assessed is listening, speaking, writing, and reading. So the score here is 0 until 120. And the duration is quite longer, almost 4 hours. And what the structures of the test TOEFL, basically PBT. So TOEFL actually tries to testify your ability in comprehending English, um, either connected with your academic side or your career or professions. And these questions are uh, packaged into 3 parts, and all in all will be comprises of 140 questions. And the third one, this test TOEFL is usually started with the listening comprehensions, which is comprised of the Part E, Part B, and Part C. The detail you can refer to your textbook. And the fourth one, once you have already conducted listening comprehension, so you can continue with the structures and written expressions, which is comprised of the Part A and Part B, and the last one will be the reading comprehension. And here is the details about every respective skills that assessed in the TOEFL test. The first is listening comprehensions. So in this test, you are tested about ability, how you understand the speaking or interview between 2 or more people about one particular topic. And these numbers of questions will be 50 questions and will be finished for 40 minutes. And the second one is structure and writing expressions. So on this part, you are introduced by the grammatical aspect in English language. So you are tested in comprehending how you understand the structure of the English language. And this part will be uh, given for 40 questions with the duration only 25 minutes. And the third one is reading comprehension. So on this part, you are given some parts of issues that are packaged into reading expressions. So there are some of materials in readings, and the question will be referring to the reading that you have already given. And this is comprised of 50 questions with 55 minutes. And also the last one is test of the written, yeah, of the written English. So you have to this skills is given to ensure your ability in writing English, how you express your thinking into writing. So this is only be applied to not for the TOEFL-like test, But if you take the international TOEFL test, you will be given a test of writing English. But all in all, these four skills are tested during the TOEFL test durations. Okay, dear sisters and brothers, that's all for the TOEFL test preparations and introductions. So please to refer to your textbook in order to further comprehend what is the TOEFL test all about. Thank you very much. See you on the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.